So that was Mephisto.
So, um, I don't think they could have got a better guy to play him short of Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he was pretty perfectly cast.
He is just enough of a weirdo, but can act serious enough to be that skis bag. But now I have to ask, who is the next Boy Who Cried Wolf character?
Oh, that's a great question. We burned through Mephisto. Galactus is on the way. Doctor Doom is, well, we already know about Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
I don't know. But I think we'll know within the next show they do where someone's going, guys, cat is Spanish back because I saw a thing on the wall. I just can't wait for someone to go, that wasn't actually Mephisto.
We really have been since the beginning of Phase 4 playing The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
With Mephisto, every freaking show. But yeah, Sasha was pretty pretty perfect in order to do that. Yeah, that was. It reminds me a lot of there's this incredibly well done scene, and I'm pretty sure it's in Chicago too. In Supernatural, when they introduce Death, like the character of Death, it's incredibly well done. He just strolls up in a white Cadillac and then gets out, and like this woman accidentally brushes up against him. He doesn't say anything. He just like brushes off his coat, and the woman just keels over dead on the sidewalk. And he just
Oh,
like strolls up to go and meet the character of Dean, and they just go down, and he's like slowly cutting apart pizza as they're sitting there in a diner walking. It's so good. But yeah, it's a great alternative on that because like that to me, you're not getting a much better version of basically the devil strolling up. But so it was not Dormammu who gave him the hood, although it could have come from Dormammu. But anyway, he pretty I. We're jumping breaks, but I just love how he's like, "Oh, so you're Dormammu," and he literally breaks to a fit of laughter. It's like, that guy is not good enough to clean my asshole, is what he basically said. Like, this cannot be the last time you see Mephisto on a show.
oh, it's
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 gotta.
absolutely not the last
Oh
time.
my gosh. They need to give Sasha a, like, 12 appearance deal, because. Oh my Lanta. So, we rolled through a lot of stuff rather quickly in this. Could not fix Natalie. She was just gone. They'd erased her. uh, you have Zeke get fixed with a good old knee to the groin. And I love how they both. He's like, "Oh, so you're gonna do this and that?" It's like, "Yeah, just take it easy. Just go." Like, yep, no, that hit. That was good. It reminds me of in the Avengers. It's the cognitive recalibration. What, I hit you really hard in the head.
That was
But
good.
yeah, that was really good. So that was a cool little scene. The entirety of everything that goes on in the fight with the hood in the apartment there, I will say I expected that to go on longer.
Yeah, this episode kind of slipped back into the old Marvel TV habits where the last episode ends up being the shortest.
And they put quite a lot into it.
Yeah.
But I yeah, I do like how at his heart he's not really that great of a fighter, and Riri isn't yet either. So it just depended upon a fake out, which is pretty good. Because I was gonna be really pissed if they destroyed that suit, like especially if it's her dad's car that is the suit. But yeah, that was a cool little fake out. I liked that. The conversation of like him actually trusting her and all that, openly admitting it. I am shocked we didn't see anything from his crew. They're just gone.
Yeah, they saw they saw what Sane was saying, and they're just like, yeah, you know what, we're out.
Yeah. Um, there's that. And Hood came from Mephisto, obviously. So we get toward the end of this, and Riri finds out that Mephisto is obviously, bad guy, bad guy, helped Parker do the thing that is ruining Parker's life and, rotting him from the inside out. And they don't say it outright, but I'm going to assume they say a thing you're not going to miss is their soul.
I actually do kind of appreciate the fact that it is never stated outright. It's just like it's just such a devilish thing of like, oh, you're not gonna miss that.
I was kind of expecting him to go, it's nothing foolish like a marriage or anything like that. I was waiting for them to throw some cheeky tidbit in to make every comic book character that hated that one big storyline he's involved in to get just itchy about it. I was really expecting them to throw some barb in there about that, but they didn't. Especially since they redid that storyline, but better
Yeah,
somehow. Or I should say good and not dumb.
exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's that. And then they were showing what I expected to happen when they had Riri in the garage and all of the stuff going on. Was supposed to be a fake out of what Riri was seeing what could happen if she took the deal.
That's how I interpreted it.
But now that seems like that's what happened. Cause if you look at the bottom frame of how that ends, her thumb meets the top of his hand. And they touch hands. They tried to hide it as much as they could, but it very much looks like they connected in the way that they go about it. And in that scene that they show after, they show that her arm is crackling up just like Parker's, and the hood is hanging on her suit in the background.
So you think this is what actually happened, and not just a what if.
I don't think it's a what if, because if you go back and watch the scene again after that, she doesn't adjust herself to get up and leave. She adjusts herself like this, straight at his hand, and then her hand comes down and you see his hand go up as if they shook hands. There
Hmm.
was no fuck you, there was no getting off the table. And they go from the what you expect to be the fake out of her thinking what would happen if she took the deal to then going straight into the reality of the fact that that's what's going on, because now Parker's looking for extra magic and other things. So yeah.
And this is all the more reason why I'm sad that we've reached the end of the line with the series.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are places, like there are more places you can explore these characters.
It very much is, and they could have done more in this series with it, but racists and sexists are gonna blah blah blah. You can't tell me that anyone watching is saying that that's not part of it.
Oh, it's absolutely
You're
part of
out
it.
of your damn mind if you don't think that's part of it. Out of your damn minds. So
It's okay to not like the show, but you like you have to be obtuse to just ignore the racism, the sexism, the general bigotry.
and this is the first one where I'm like, it's very obvious that no one gave the show a chance because of what it was.
Exactly.
Because people are going on saying this is the worst thing I ever saw. Like this is one of those things where someone's like, yeah, I saw a movie. It's the worst film ever made, in my opinion. You have not watched some of the actual schlock that has made it onto theater screens and family video racks. If you think that anything that has made it into your screens with a Marvel tag on it is one of the worst films ever made in history, like, factually not possible. Go watch something like Velocipaster and tell me that you're not using hyperbole because you can't form an actual opinion.
This.
Stop doing this. This is what has ruined film reviewing, because it cannot be in the middle or just kind of or I sort of like that, but it's not my thing. It's either God formed me it on a gold platter or Satan shit it out and fed it to me. It's one of those two. It can be in the middle. It can. It really can. Or it can be just a little kind of or a little bit It can. It can. Just saying, these magic spectacles that I'm wearing, they filter blue light. They don't filter out things that everyone else sees that I don't see to make it so I like the stupid show. No, I can see it normally. I have an actual opinion that's not based on trying to get fucking rage clicks on shit. That's why I don't post the stupid titles like everyone else does. Like, did you see this horse shit in episode? No, I just put the title and that we reviewed it. Because it's an actual opinion being shown.
Mm-hmm.
And no, before everyone asks, this isn't something that, whoa, you can't see without them. No. I literally do this for blue light filtering. It's not a placebo effect. It works, trust me. After damn near 10 years of reviewing stuff on the internet and the first 4 without it and the 6 after, it works. Trust me. But, yeah, so I don't know what they're going to do with this character after that. They, like, if this is something they just shove to the side, that's going to be really weird.
I definitely want to see more of these characters in not necessarily a season 2 of Ironheart, because clearly that ship has sailed. Although you never know.
Even though it's one of the most highly rated shows on Disney Plus now.
Which I do appreciate.
Yes.
But with Zelma, we could get a Strange Academy.
You can definitely get some. I still feel there's a way that you can make it so that Doctor Strange has to help in some way, form, or another. I don't know when Doctor Strange 3 is happening, but it's happening. Because you can't just ignore that Strange is dealing with fucking Dormammu.
Yeah, no, it's got to happen.
So, and it's the one of the only films that, again, another one where they're like, that thing was trash. If you watched Multiverse of Madness and thought it was trash, I don't respect your opinion.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And because it's, well, he said Multiverse of Madness and he only went to like 3 other multiverses, so that's not it's still multiverses, my guy. You don't need to see 68 different variants and this and that and the other thing for it to be multiverse. That's not how that works. That criticism plagued 900 reviews, and it was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It really was. Let's stop forcing things to bitch about in movies because you can't come up with one genuinely on your own.
Agreed.
Opinions are something you can have of your own. I know that's crazy to think of, that you can come up with one on your own and have your own and not just regurgitate something that a YouTube or a Twitter user told you. I know that is unbelievable to think about, but you could do that. It's crazy. We do it on a weekly basis.
Yep.
And somehow, I don't know about you, Mike, we can see all these cameras here, but like all my joints are still attached. Like I still can leave the house. I can speak normally. I'm losing my hair a little bit, but that's hereditary. But like, you know, I'm still a functioning adult with my own opinion. It's crazy how that works. But, yeah. You got anything else?
Just some final thoughts. Ironheart's great.
Yeah,
the cast
I really
great.
liked it.
Dominique Thorne is amazing in the role. I hope she continues to play this character in some shape or form.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see more magic and science stuff in the MCU because now that we're what nearly 20 years into this universe.
Don't do that math. You just made my entire back want to break in half. Don't do
Anyway,
that to me.
anyway, we're at a point where we don't have we don't have to walk on eggshells and water down the source material. It can just
No.
be the comics.
Be the source material. My God, at this point, we have a floor. What is it? A Florpian? The cat. I can't remember what it was. The goose. What is Goose's alien race?
Um, like
I thought it started with an S or an F.
I think it was like a
I'm sorry. A Flurpy?
Flurgian.
A Flurgian? I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like we have a cat that ate the Tesseract and like envelops people with tentacles and eats them. Like, let's stop acting like this is the weirdest thing you've seen.
Flurkin.
Flurkin, that's what it is. Yeah, let's stop acting like this is the weirdest thing you've seen.
Exactly.
Like, this is bar normal, actually, compared to a lot of things. But, it's... Oh, one thing I forgot to mention the other part, I do like how they tried to use the Dormammu fake out because they're like, well, there was this other guy, Caecilius, that people don't remember. But he had, like, stuff in his eyes, and that was totally from Dormammu. Yeah, that probably was, but this is different. This is scales. Clown, you need to get your eyes checked. I still can't believe that. Scales. Yeah, the veins going all throughout his... Girl. I also like how through this, he's going in and he's like, oh man, I got the tattoos on my back to cover the veins on my back. Now I'm just gonna start trying to cover the veins on my face with something. In case someone sees me with my shirt. Oh wait, they see my head at all times.
What was he trying to cover up the veins with veins?
I don't know. Like, the point of the tattoos before was to cover them up, which, I mean, from a distance. And a distance, I mean 100 yards away, maybe. But it kind of looked at points almost like he was coloring them in.
That's what I thought.
Like, to make them look like tattoos now? My guy, why'd you start at the upper part of your cheek? Like, you can see the rest of this isn't colored in all up in here. Like, what are you doing, Parker? Come on, my guy. Let's have a talk here. Tattoos can be done better. But, alright. Yeah, unless you got anything else, I don't got anything else.
Yeah, we're just go give the show a chance.
Yes. But, alright. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterbox.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us here on YouTube, on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You can escape, so do we.
Absolutely. You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If you are a fan of and looking forward to Ghost of Yote, I will be giving away a copy of it on October 2nd at the midnight release of the game. And all you need to do to be able to possibly win it is be subscribed to my Twitch channel, which is the same as what this YouTube is, and the link down on there. You need to be watching at the time of it, otherwise I will re-roll it and give it to someone else. Yes, Manny, I'm talking about you. If you like cosplaying and conventions and such, you can head over to my Instagram at Organoid Zero. That's where all of that stuff is kept and shown. And yeah, until next time, we will see you all later. Bye!
Peace.